What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Jump. You guys know I grew up in the 90s with a lot of you brothers. It was a great time to be alive. Unfortunately, by the time we got to the mid-90s, hip-hop was taking a very weird turn. A turn towards death, a turn towards controversy and mystery. When we started to see people, legendary people in hip-hop die. And at one point, both of these rappers were considered to be the best at the time. And I'm talking about someone such as Biggie Smalls, Notorious Big. I'm also talking about somebody like Tupac, Big L. We started seeing these guys, Jam Master Jay, get killed due to gun violence, and we just didn't understand how it was or why it was. But now it's even worse today. The local independent rapper is getting killed. Chicago, St. Louis, happens a lot. And when you have these rap beefs, undoubtedly, that is the road that many of them take all the time. Brother Ice Cube commented on a lot of these rap beefs in today's world, and he had a very interesting prediction.
Beefs are, they're volatile. So you always have to be careful that a beef doesn't turn into a murder. Back in the day, you do a diss record, but it would stay kind of somewhat in the hip hop community. Now it's all over the world, all walks of life, know what's going on. And, some people can't really take that kind of humiliation. I don't really like seeing rappers beef. I don't think it's necessary to have a great career, but it happens. Hey, it's part of the game. And I think when you're in a beef, you can't really hold back. It's like being in a fight. You can't really half punch. You got to go all the way.
Now, guys, I thought this was very interesting, to say the least. I thought this was very interesting because what Ice Cube did was just prophesize what was to come. Drake, who is a Canadian, involved in a hip-hop beef with Kendrick Lamar, and to be honest, or to be fair, Kendrick Lamar is not the gangster style type rapper. That's not what he does. He's a lyricist, more conscious of what he's talking about, very well thought out, very well executed rapper. But that's not what we're hearing about this whole entire situation. Drake's house was shot up, and this happened.
Okay, more breaking news this morning here on CP24 Breakfast. This from the Bridle Path area, where a police investigation is underway at Drake's home. Chopper 24 is above the scene this morning. It shows the street shut down just outside of 21 Park Lane Circle. That property belongs to the rapper. Crime scene tape can not only be seen outside, but also in the front courtyard driveway of Drake's home. It's not clear at this point what the nature of the investigation is. It's also unclear if this is connected to an overnight shooting that police have told us about in the area where shots rang out. This is in the Bayview and Lawrence Avenue area, which is in the sort of general area of Drake's home. So this was just after 2 o'clock this morning. In this case, one person taken to hospital with serious injuries. Investigators say the suspects left the area in a vehicle. Once again, no official word from police if there is a connection. We are working on that. We have our Courtney Hills making her way now to this scene. Again, Drake's home, police investigating. We'll have much more throughout the morning here on CP24.
So somebody is hurt, badly hurt. And for me, what I believe was just a hip hop beef that people were talking about ends up in a shooting nearby or at Drake's address. And I want to talk about what I see happening in America and in certain parts of the West and Canada is that people have become so toxic, brothers. I'm a little older now, but I see it. People have become so toxic, even with folks dying. When Kevin Samuels passed away, I would expect that certain people that just didn't like him would just let the man pass away. But You heard what a lot of people were saying. They were celebrating a man's death. They were smoking on a pack. And this is not unusual conversation amongst people who are crazy and sick. This is what they talk about, right? This is what they say. They have the unmitigated gall to talk like this because they are sick in the head and they don't have any respect for themselves or anybody else to even mention something like that. At least back in the day, if you didn't even like somebody, you could at least have unmitigated gall to just shut up. I don't like the guy, but you know what? Let me be quiet. It's not necessary for me to speak my opinion, speak my voice. The man is dead. But that's not what you hear. That's not what you hear. Okay? You hear everything else but that. And now we have so many people who don't even value their life or nobody else's life. And now their toxicity is going everywhere and it's sad. And now you can't even be around certain folks. You can't even be around them, family. And like the old folks say, I'm yet praying for you. And we have lost our way in such a disgusting, vile way where, it can't even just be a regular old-fashioned ass whooping, or it can't just be a something that's a rap beef, and we leave it at that. Like how it was with Nas and Jay-Z. Nobody had to die, although it was during a time where that could have happened in the same city, but nobody did. But now you can't even, have an Instagram post up now for somebody wanting to kill you. You don't know what these folks will do. And that's why I try to tell you, brothers, you might want to stay clear away from they ass because it's just getting worse. It's not getting better. It's getting worse. And it's sick. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy Shady Jackson back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Appreciate you for all you just heard the bell. We're out.